What's up everyone, how you doing? BlueNerd here and welcome back my friends to our Minecraft survival world. I sure hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm doing fantastic guys. It has been a bit of a busy week, so I do apologise for the lack of videos over the last few days, but we are back and we have got a whole bunch of work to do. So we're going to start by moving over to the other side of the island here. So as you can see, the docks on this side is all looking pretty good, but it comes to a very blunt end, you know, just a flat end with nothing there. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of stretch it across and try and find a way to finish it over on the corner here. Now I've also got a bunch of terraforming to do on this part of the land here, because the land is all over the place with holes everywhere and stuff like that. So there's going to be a lot of terraforming here, because what we want to do is create a nice slope that goes all the way up the hill here, so we can create a nice slope up into the village. Now while I'm doing a bunch of work in the background guys, I have a question for you, and as always I will share some of your replies at the end of next episode. So the question today is, what other games apart from Minecraft do you enjoy playing the most? Now for me guys, I gotta be honest, I don't get a lot of time away from Minecraft, but one game that I do really enjoy, which is very similar kind of to Minecraft with the way that it's played, is a game called Islands. Now a lot of people might know it as Wylands because it starts with a Y rather than an I, but it is actually pronounced Islands. And I think the game is still in early access. It's not actually finished yet, but I have had the game for probably about a year and a half now. So I've been messing around with it. I haven't played it for a little while, but it is a game that I do like to go back to because it involves a lot of building like Minecraft. So you get to build things. You can build a boat and you can sail to different islands. And you can do a lot of building. You build yourself a house, a base and stuff like that. You can mine and go down in the ground and dig. So it's very much like Minecraft, just with I guess less squares. It's not so square, you know. The game's a lot more done with, I suppose, very small triangles. But it's a really cool game, and I haven't played it for a while, but I know there's been a few updates. So that's one game that I would like to go back to and give it a test out. Anyway guys, with that being said, be sure to let me know what your favourite game is in the comments below, and as always, like I said, I will share your replies at the end of the next episode. Alright guys, and with that being said, let's get ourselves back to the building. So as you can see guys, there's a bunch of work going on at the moment. We're getting in the rest of the docks here, and I kind of want this big open section in the middle here so that we can make a load of bays for boats for them to dock. I think it's going to be really cool when it's all done. But to be honest guys, the biggest and the hardest thing here was all of the terraforming. I used so much dirt at this point. I didn't expect to use so much. Now all of the grass and the dirt you can see is actually done upon 2 to 3 layers, and I did this because I know that there's areas here where I'm going to be digging down a little bit into. So I just wanted to create a little bit of extra sort of support underneath, especially if I decide to go ahead and use any gravel and that in the ground here. I didn't want it to just keep falling through, so I decided to make some extra layers so that we could build on it and dig 1 or 2 layers off if we needed to. Now we got most of the work done, but I now wanted to start sloping some of the land, because the land here is, like I said, it's a complete mess here. Now I'm going to just kind of curve it and kind of make a little bit of a sort of smoother slope as we come down, but obviously as I'm building guys, a lot of this terrain will probably change along the way, but for the moment the main thing is to just kind of get everything looking smooth and half flattened out so that we can build on it without any issues. Now like I said guys, I was at this for quite some time, and I mean overall I probably spent about 4 to 5 hours doing most of the landscape. You know, the little bit of the dock at the front, that didn't take me long to do at all. That was quite easy to put together. But the landscape here, this took me hours and hours. But it'll be worth it in the end. Now that we got most of the terraforming done, we head back to the docks over the front here. And I just started getting in that cobblestone wall just to finish off the docks. Now, I've done this a few times, but I think the cobblestone does look really nice here. But I was debated about switching it up to some maybe spruce wood or something, just to add a little bit more colour in there. But I think if we did that, it'd start looking a little bit unrealistic. So we're going to stick with the cobblestone, and later on I'll probably go ahead, put in some gravel, maybe a bit of andesite and stuff like that, just to mix up the look of the wall there so that it kind of just looks a little bit more worn down. Probably a little bit of mossy cobblestone as well at some point. Now, as you can see, most of this is all starting to take shape now, and we've got a nice little curved edge here, and because it curves round and it kind of goes into where this hill is, it gives us a nice finishing point for the docks here. Now, I do have many other plans as well, guys. I do want to get in so many things. I've got lots of ideas, but if you guys have any ideas of things you would like to see me build in this series or in this town, please be sure to let me know. But one thing as well I also wanted to mention is a lot of people see me doing building, and like this is a medieval town kind of that we're building and stuff. But this series isn't going to be just about medieval. I've got lots of plans and lots of ideas of things I want to do. I kind of want to build up a bunch of different kingdoms. So this is going to be the first kingdom we're going to be building up, which is going to be a medieval town. You know, we can go ahead and do a Nordic village, we can do, or town, even city. We can go ahead and do some Japanese. I really enjoyed doing some Japanese. I did do a Japanese time-lapse series not too long ago, and that was really cool, and we will be going back and doing a bit more building there soon as well. But there's loads of things. We could do some steampunk. You know, I even want to do some kind of maybe like a Roman or Greek style town at some point as well. I think that would be really cool. I think that'd be that's something that I haven't done, but something I've wanted to do for a long time. So I may even have a go at doing a sort of time-lapse series on that at some point as well, and see if we can build something up really nice with sort of that Roman. It's kind of like Roman Italian kind of style that, you know, even Greek. It's kind of just, I don't really know what to call it. I've never really built in that style before, so it would take a little bit of learning. But I think I've got an idea of what I would be looking for. So yeah, something we'll probably do very soon. Anyway guys, we're nearing the end of the time lapse here. As you can see, we're just getting in these little kind of docking areas for the boats. And yeah, other than that, this area is pretty much done. So I'll let you guys enjoy the last little bit of the time lapse here, and then we're going to head back into our village and see what we've done. Alright guys, we are back, and as you can see, the docks down here are looking pretty good. I'm really happy the way that they've turned out. We've got ourselves some nice little jetties down here for the boats to kind of dock themselves and unload all of their cargo and stuff. But yeah, overall guys, I think this has turned out pretty cool. Still got some texturing to do in the cobblestone walls and stuff like that, which we'll get done a little bit later on. But I have actually made a couple of changes. So as you can see, we've got the chiseled stone bricks. I went ahead and placed them on every other block here just to create a little bit of detail, and I think it really helps bring out the details in the wall down here. I really do like the look of it. And we've done it going all the way up, even into the part of the old wall that we got up here as well, that we done originally. I've also added in a couple of details that we've got some pumpkins just over there. We've got a few crates and barrels and stuff like that just dotted about just to create a little bit of atmosphere. I still need to craft up a few more so that we can place a few more of them about, but overall I think I'm pretty happy. Now, other than that guys, I've been doing a little bit of work on one, the texture pack, and two, some of the decorations. So as you can see, I've gone ahead and made a few of these like little flower pots around the area to make it look a bit nicer. So if we head up this way, I also added in some grass. As you guys can see, we're putting a little bit of grass just to add a nice little bit of detail around here. Got a nice little flower pot over here, and we added one tree here. A little bush around this corner here. Over here, we just got a little bit of a vine with some flowers in the area here. And if we come around here, we got a nice little flower pot again over here. And then another one over here, except this one has got a tree in again as well. So I think it looks pretty good, especially if we let's just grab our scaffolding. If we just jump over here for a minute, and let's just put a couple. We don't need many. We stand up here. I mean, this just really looks really nice. Now that we've got that bit of green in there, it just really brings a lot of life to the area. So we're definitely going to go ahead and get a lot more of this in around this area. But yeah, overall guys, I think it is turning out pretty cool. Now, one of the other things that I want to get done today is hopefully a little bit of planning for like the roads and stuff. Because we're going to have quite a few roads going through here. And I figure out it'd be a good idea to get the roads kind of laid out and organised so that we know exactly what we're going to be doing. However, it looks like my shovel is fairly low, so what I might quickly do is go to the nether, grab a load of quartz, because quartz gives us a good bit of XP and allows us to mend our tools, as we got mending enchantments on them. So I think what I'm going to quickly do, guys, is head to the Nether, get a little bit of XP and repair my shovel just a little bit. It hasn't got to be completely full, but just repair it a little bit. And then once we've done that, we're going to head over and yeah, we'll start getting in some pathways and stuff like that. I'm also going to go ahead and clear these trees out of the way as well. So I'm going to go off quickly, get some XP, guys, and gather up a few things and stuff, and I'll catch you guys once we are ready. Alright guys, we've got our shovel all repaired, and check this out. We have got nearly 2 chests full of quartz now. Which is pretty cool. We'll have to use that later on, but that is how I get my XP, guys. That's how I use the mending enchantment on my items. It's the best way that at the moment. It's nice and easy to go to the Nether and just grab a load of quartz, and then that way it just repairs your items. But we will be building a mob farm very soon, actually. I want to get a mob farm in because I'm going to want to start getting in some gunpowder for when we do get the elytra, so that we can create rockets. And I also want to get in a mob farm so I can use it for XP as well. Okay, right guys, so if we take a look over here, guys, I've just marked out a quick road here. So as you can see, just a dirt path coming all the way down. Now I am thinking about making the pathways in concrete and changing out all the pathways in concrete. So it'd be maybe something like some gravel, stone and stone bricks or something like that. I think it might be good. And then obviously down here and just around this little corner here that we've got where the end of the docks kind of finishes. So this is going to be obviously the main part of the front of the docks here. Now before we do anything else, let me just quickly go ahead and get these trees out of the way. Alright guys, those leaves should disappear in a minute. So what we're going to do now is start working out some pathways. So first of all, at the very top of the hill here, I want our pathway coming through from the town here. So I want to have a pathway coming down here. This is going to be like a little bit of a, not a town square, but like a little bit of a square here. We might have 1 or 2 little stalls here, just a little area. And then the pathway is going to come down here. And then start coming down the hill here. Like this. We're going to probably have to change some of the terrain area here a little bit. How far are we from there? So I think we'll probably build another building in here, and then we'll create some kind of pathway that's going to kind of come over and then round here like this. Let's see, because I don't like to keep the pathways too straight either. So let's head one pathway down here, all the way down here, something like this. And then at this point here, I think we're going to have it curve over towards this bit over here. I think that would be pretty cool. And then we could also have it separate off over up to the top of the hill on this side. Somewhere over in this direction. Now remember guys, like I said, this is nothing accurate. This is just a guide. This is just an idea. We can always change this if we're not happy with it. It's not a problem. We would also have a path that's going to just stay around the top here. So probably around this little edge here. And we'll have some houses up here on this level here. Pathway can come around here, and somewhere around here it'll start working its way around here, joining into a pathway that's going to head out of the town somewhere. So something kind of like that. I think that'd be good. Now guys, in a minute we'll jump into time lapse and you'll get a chance to see me putting in all of the pathways, and you'll get to see me planning out maybe some spaces for some houses. Okay guys, now it's a little bit lighter, it's a little bit easier to see. So what we've got this path coming all the way down here, which is going to join into here. The pathway across the front, we'll have another path joining up through here, and then this one around here. Now there's another path at the back there that goes over and joins there. We're going to need to divide a couple of sort of walkways in between some of these. And I think maybe even down through the front here. So I don't want to make everything just a single straight path. So maybe from here we can go something like over here. We might be able to sort of creep around the back of one house, and then between the gap of another house down here. So we have like a little kind of alleyway. And maybe the same over here. We could kind of just sort of jot off like this behind some of the house. And then maybe run over here like so. Okay. Now up here we kind of want to do the same kind of thing. But obviously not in the same places. So maybe something like this. Could come up to about here. This one could also jot off over to this direction. Maybe over this way just a little bit. We'll make another one that comes up this way. This one could maybe head around the back of some of the houses again over this way and join up to this one somewhere over here. Okay, we're starting to get a good kind of guide here for some little roadways, and then maybe another one that comes over here around the back here. So I think that actually is probably going to be a pretty good basic idea for a layout for me, guys. It's one way that I just like to sort of get an idea of where roads are going to be. It's just a quick and easy way, especially when you're in survival, rather than laying out a load of concrete or something like that you don't have early game. It's a good way to give you a guide. Now all I'm going to do is go around and thicken up some of these pathways, and then probably use some cobblestone or dirt or something just to make some outlines for where I want to place some houses. We could probably do with one more break over here somewhere. So I'm going to go ahead, put that in, and then we'll jump into time lapse, guys, and you can see me plan out a bit more of this village and kind of just get an idea of a little layout. But remember, guys, nothing's permanent, so everything can always be changed. Alright guys, we are back, and as you can see we've got all of the layout of the village in place now. Now, I've got to say I am a little bit unsure of some of the shapes of some of the houses here, so some of this is probably going to change. Especially down the front, I really do want to get in some diagonal houses down the front here, so I think I might switch that up just a little bit. And I've got a few other ideas as well, which I might just change up a little bit at the back. But we'll see how it goes, guys. Like I said, this is all just a basic kind of plan and an idea. Things can change along the way because as you're sort of building things up and laying things out and putting in your roadways and stuff, you always come up with ideas. So, don't be afraid of ever changing things. If you ever get kind of stuck or, it's something you're unsure of, don't be afraid to change it because, it's always worth it. Likelihood is that if you change it, you're going to make it better than your original plan. But anyway guys, like I said, we've got the good layout now, the roads are all in place. This gives us a good idea and a base to kind of work from, Gives us an idea of the shape of the village and kind of where things are sort of going with it. So I'm really happy with the layout that we got here. And like you guys see, we did go ahead and build another little build over here. This is actually a storage unit, which I built in a recent time-lapse video that I've done. Now this one is slightly different, it's not exactly the same, but it's very similar and I think it fits into the village here really nice and I do like the look of it. Now like I said as well, I do want to make a sort of plan for each build that I do. So for this storage unit here, if we just bring ourselves all the way down, this little storage unit, let's make sure we got all of our scaffolding. Let's go ahead and turn the GUI back on as well. So as you can see guys, I really like the look of this. I think it looks so cool. And I'll tell you what, those grindstones, they look really good as kind of little cogwheels, like for holding a rope up and stuff. I think it looks really cool. But yeah, like I said, I want to make a use for all of the builds. So this here obviously is a storage unit. And what I think I'm going to do, because I'm getting really unorganized with all of my sort of items and resources and stuff. So what I think we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to just turn this into a basic storage unit. We're going to add maybe some cross beams at the top and stuff like that. But maybe off camera or maybe even in next episode or something, what I want to do is I want to make a stairway going down. And what I want to do is underground, I want to make a big sorting system, like an automatic sorting system. Because I hate being unorganized with everything and it's a pain to have to keep organizing stuff like that into your chest and keeping it all organized and in place. So I think just one big sort of full sorting system. We use a bunch of hoppers and redstone and stuff like that to build it, but I've got a really cool idea how to build it and what I want to do. It's a very similar system to what I use in most of my survival series and stuff, so I think that's what we're going to use. But we're going to decorate up, make it look really nice, and we'll probably do that in next episode. But yeah, guys, overall, I really like the look of this build, and I think this is going to be good. We also want to be making some plans for other builds up here. So this one's going to go down into a sorting system, and I might even put a sort of a fully automatic, get the words out, a smelting system. I know we have a smelting system inside our kelp farm, but that's kind of just directed for the kelp farm only. So we're probably going to do another one which will be at the bottom of the build with that, which I think will be really cool. That'll allow us to get things smelted up a little faster and kind of just get things moving along just that little bit quicker. Now also guys, I want to make this building here into an apothecary, so we'll be doing that in next episode. This one over here, I'm not certain. I want to do some kind of shop of some sort, but I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be just yet. This one here I think is going to be a bakery. And then around the corner here, oh my god, I better eat. One man's getting pretty hungry. That's better. So in here we got our kelp farm, so I still need to decorate it in there. I can hear some zombies around somewhere. Yeah, but we're going to go ahead and decorate the inside of that up, and we're going to go ahead and decorate the inside of the storage unit over here as well. And then this one over here, I think again we're going to have to find another idea for this little build. But it's really starting to shape up, guys. I'm loving the way that everything's coming together, and I really do like this house. We need to go ahead and get in a few trees and planting areas inside these and stuff like that. But yeah, overall guys, I think it's looking pretty cool. I'm really happy with it so far. Now, if you guys have any ideas for other builds you'd like to see in the series as well, please don't forget to let me know in the comments what you would like to see built. But guys, I think we're going to kind of wrap it up just here. But before we do finish up, we're going to go ahead and read out a few of the comments from last episode. Okay guys, so the comment last week was, what is your favourite block in Minecraft and why? So the first comment comes in from Norse Nomad, and he says, my favourite block is wall, because they are great for quite a few things such as carpet, walls and canopies. Love the builds, recently started binge watching some of your videos since finding you on my suggested. So first of all, Norse Nomad, thank you so much for the comment, and yes, wall is a great block. The great thing with wall is it comes in a variety of colours, so you can use it for many things and it has a lot of uses. Okay guys, and the next comment comes in from my buddy Typal816, and he says, I love the way your town is coming together. I don't know what my favourite block is. Observers are great for redstone, stone and spruce, and all of their variants are the most popular in my building palette. There are just so many good blocks. Now that is so true, there are so many great blocks in Minecraft and it's very hard to choose between, what is it, about 400 or 500 blocks, so it is very hard to choose. I would say personally for me, my new favourite block is the campfire. I absolutely love the campfire. I think it adds a great bit of atmosphere to a build, especially when you're using it for things like chimneys and stuff like that, which makes it feel like the area is a little bit more a little bit more life going on, you know, like someone's cooking or someone's putting on a fire to heat up the house or something. I just think it just adds a really nice little bit of atmosphere there. Okay guys, the third and final comment comes in from Tom Thiessen, and he says, you need some colour variations, either some red from bricks or green from prismarine. Happy guardian hunting. Now absolutely, I totally agree, we definitely need some colours in there. At the moment I'm trying to work with the coloured woods, so I've got some dark oak, we're using oak, spruce, and we're also using the acacia wood as well. Now I know that's not an awful lot of colour variations, but it's enough for the moment while we're still quite early game at the moment. But yes, I definitely want to get some dark prismarine in there and some bricks as well. So maybe for one of the next houses, maybe I will start going and heading into the water and see if we can get ourselves some clay, try and get some red bricks in there, and maybe we'll try and work on some prismarine maybe at some point soon as well. I'd like to get that as soon as we can, although taking on the Guardians is going to be a bit of a tough one at the moment. But guys, I think that is about it. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up just there. I'm going to head straight back to base because no doubt we've probably got a few zombies and whatnot waiting around and a few creepers just waiting to pop their head out and blow me up when I ain't expecting it. Anyway guys, as always, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to smash that like button, and if you're new to the channel, then please consider subscribing. Just don't forget to hit that bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. But for now, this is BlueNerd signing out, and I will catch you guys in the next one.